I'm here to share with you what I shared on Instagram in a reel. So if you are on Instagram, you can find me at Beverly Cole Art. Then you can watch my reel. I think I might have 2 on there now. In the reel, I show some of these scraps. Well, they aren't really scraps. Well, maybe they would be considered scraps by some people, but to me, these are really cool. And I call them, what do I call them? Oh, these are pieces of posted bills. These are pieces of faux posted bills. And I show you in that video the one that I made. I mean, it's not a video, it's a reel. I've got to get the terms right. I show what I did, what I started with magazine pages, and then you'll see some of these, and then you see the finished product. And then I show you taking one of these and putting it over this, and it's so cool. And you can decide what you like. You can move it around, and it's just really fun. The reason that I have this is because my friend and I get together at least once a week, and she's coming over today, as a matter of fact, to play. We hadn't been together in over a week because she had gone on a cruise. I was kind of left by myself, and I, of course, did things, and I made videos, and when she got back, we met at her house, and I went with something planned to do. Well, when I got there, my plan fell apart. I wasn't having fun. I was just so frustrated with what I was doing, and she was too. So after, failed attempts at things and frustration, we looked at each other and said, wait a minute, we're not playing. We're not playing. And if you're not playing, it's not fun. We were trying to do planned projects. I mean, yeah, we have planned projects. I teach classes and they have to be planned, but they usually start out with something like I'm going to show you today. As a matter of fact, I may just do a class next year on this. So I started with a bunch of magazines she brought over and just plopped them next to me, this huge bag of magazines. And I said, I don't want to use your stuff. And she said, believe me, you could take half those magazines and it wouldn't even miss them. I had these magazines and I just started gluing pages on top of pages on top of pages and started ripping them apart. I was trying to that's not the word, almost like imitate the bills that are posted when you go into a city and they're on the wall and they rip them down and they put more up. I'm sure you've seen it. That's what I was going for. And once I started doing that, man, I was having a good time. And this was done by taking a bunch of the ripped pieces and gluing them all together. And I just did it on a page of a magazine. So I'm going to show you today how I did that. So let's see how I do this. Okay, so it doesn't take much to do this. What you need are some magazines, okay, and a glue stick. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to start just layering. So I have some pages already ripped, and I wasn't very choosy. Well, I was trying to go for things that had a lot of color, but then I'm noticing that there's also words. There's words. So I'm going to put some words in there too. Okay, I opened the window shade and I put on a couple of lights, so it should be better in here now. And I'm too impatient to wait any longer. It's only been about 10 minutes. But I also glued together another few. This one I glued together from book pages and some music sheets, so that'll be fun to take apart. And then I made one with a lot of yellow layers, so let's see what happens. You ready? Okay, so all I do is I start tearing. Much better when the glue is dry, much better. So see how I can't tear off all of it. If I start to tear off too much, then I just kind of put it back down and go, let's see what happens. Okay. So like when they pull those off the wall, the bills, they don't get it all. So that's what we're doing. Cool, right? I like it. Now see, I'm taking off too much that time. So let me start up here instead. Because if something is torn but it's not attached, you can always add more glue. And I'll tell you, I'm going through the glue stick like crazy. Because I'll have to make a trip to the store. Okay, so I'll rip this one here and just start top of it. That took off a lot. All right, so now we'll start with the second layer. And what I'm finding is that you can do this from the top or the bottom or the sides, I guess. I love it. See what's happening? Okay. I'm not exactly sure how many layers I've done. Maybe 4 or 5. So, let's see if we can get rid of that smiley face there. We kind of know who that is, don't we? All right. A little more. Well, we may end up leaving his face, which is just fine because it's all about happy accidents, right? So I'm going to turn it this way and start ripping. Ooh, more colors. So that's all you do. You just rip. And I have some cool pieces, so you know me, don't throw anything away. I'm saving all of these because those are like poster rips too. I mean, look, aren't they cool? Look at that. Of course, some of the pieces are tiny. You don't have to save everything. There he goes, bye. All right, well, he's on this one. So it's like I'm ripping away, but I'm getting pieces to work with. Oh, I'm gonna glue that one down again. Okay. Some of them are just 1 layer thick, so that's nothing special. Okay. I ripped that. That makes that more interesting. And this one. Nice, right? Oh, look, we got part of them. Where are you? There. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over onto the back where the HGTV birdie is. So I'll rip that. Rip over here. So it's all just doing it however you want. And it's like, none of them are exactly alike. There's no way it could possibly be. Now, something else you can call this is decollage or decollage. Taking away. Collage means, what does collage mean? No, I'm thinking of the wrong word. Never mind. You can, instead of layering on top of each other, adding to, like a collage, we're taking away. So it's D or decollage. Decollage. One doesn't want to rip. Let's try this side again. Interesting. A little bit. Not the best one, but that's okay. But you see how this looks here? Look at that. Yeah, it looks like one of those things where they rip and rip and rip things off. I love it. It's so much fun. I'm just about having fun and playing. Okay, more. So either side. Remember, paper has 2 sides. So we have 2 sides to each of these. Nice. Okay. So now I've got a pile, and these are all the long skinny ones. These from before I ripped on angles. God, that's that one. So then what you do is take a page of a magazine. I'm going to start with this, and then we just start attaching them. Let's start with something a little more fun. How's that? So then I just start layering them. And, you know, if you want to think about it, you can, or not. And you can rip these, you know, and add them different ways, different shapes. And then you end up with something like this. where I just kept adding them. See, this is one page and I just kept adding the layers. So you would just take your glue stick again. If I can find my glue stick, here it is. I've had these glue sticks for a while, so I'm kind of happy I can do something with them. Let me just do this one. Ooh, I like that side too. I don't know. It's really tough to decide. That's going to be like the hardest thing about it is deciding which side I like better. I love that one. Okay. But I like the colors, but I'm gonna, try using the other side just for fun. Just add it. How about we add it over some of this color? Okay. Like that. So you get the idea. You just keep layering. Oh, there's a plant. That's cool. Let's add the plant. And you could do this anywhere. You could, if you were on a, on a trip and you just need to run out somewhere, just sitting at a table like at the car dealership trying to wait for your car to get done, you could just bring a couple of magazines and a glue stick and have a heck of a time. So I'm going to add more green here. Ooh, that's cool. You could probably do this with other things besides a glue stick, but for me, it just works super fast. And some more. Now I'm going into my little pieces for the other colors that I might like to add. And there you go. So you get the idea. And I like to, have the colors, and it'll evolve too, it'll evolve. I like it. Kind of cover that one right up. Oh, so hard to decide which side is more fun and more interesting. So much fun. There he is. I don't want too much of him though. How about just a hint of Mr. Clean? That's so crazy. A hint of Mr. Clean. If you don't feel like doing much of anything that day, you want to do some more, but you're not sure what you want to do, just do this. And you may just come up with some really beautiful designs that send you reeling. And of course, you wouldn't have to stop with this if you wanted to do some mark making, graffiti. Just take a crayon, just do a black Posca pen, and we can just, I can write with my left hand. These are really loose, but I would glue them all down, and then there's a lot you can do. Just make some fun stuff. Cool, right? Here's my original. Here's the one I just did. I love it. Now, before you go, I want to rip apart this book that I just glued together. So let's see how this one goes. These are all pages pretty much from the same book except for the music. The glue is wanting to still stick. I'm going to stick that back on. Yeah, so play with it. It doesn't have to be straight up and down either. You could try ripping across like that. I'm going to take more of that off and leave this. Interesting, right? That's kind of fun. All right, so I'll rip through this layer. And you might discover some things about it that you can share with me. That would be cool if you could do that. I would love it. Let's see if we can get down to the music page. Come on. There we go. Okay. Over here, maybe the same thing. Yeah. Down the middle, like this. Get some cool stuff, man. This is really cool. I feel like I'm discovering a whole new thing, and probably not. I'm sure someone's done this before me, but I never did, so this is fun. For collage, awesome. Really nice. I like it a lot. You know how I love to rip. Okay, so there's a cool one, and here's another cool one. Okay, so this is just the first few layers, and they've already separated themselves from the other parts. So what the heck? I'm just going to rip them apart and see what happens. You could add these to a junk journal. Make some Franken pages with these. Look at that. I love it. So that's it. Uh-oh, one more. And now to make some projects to share with you guys.